Hi, this is Catherine from Outsource Elite, and as you know, I'm a trusted advisor or a connector. Today, I'm talking to Chris Lee from CallTower, who's one of the top solution providers in the portfolio I have access to with CallTower. Welcome, Chris.
Thank you. I'm glad to be back, Catherine.
Thanks, Chris. So in terms of scalability, how does CallTower support businesses as they grow and expand?
Great question, Catherine. I think, again, with our meta switch in place, I think what we've done for a lot of our larger customers is that we actually can provide SIP trunks into their existing PBX. That's on premise. We port all their phone numbers. So now we house all their phone numbers on our network. And then from there, they can basically transition to whether it's Teams or Cisco or Zoom, depending on the platform of their choice over time versus a rip and replace all at one shot. So that's the beauty with the meta switch core, that we allow that scalability and growth as well over time.
So that would also help in certain industry settings, certain verticals as well. So there would be no downtime while you're getting up and running as well, I imagine.
You hit the nail on the head on that one, Catherine. That's perfectly said and well said.
So then in terms of budget, I'm assuming that if you can stage the move, off-prem onto the cloud, that would also save businesses some money, or they could roll out as the budget allows.
Yeah, you nailed that as well. From a CallTower perspective, we have one of the lowest fees and surcharges in the industry. And I think that's where a lot of our partners will, again, as well as customers will benefit. And the reason being exactly because when you have a higher MRC with a lower back end surcharges, not only will it benefit our customers, but our partners get paid more. But so really just kind of explain that, just so you know, from a CallTower perspective, we have the lowest fees and surcharges in the industry because taxes are regulated by the state and the feds, right? So it's usually ranging between 9% to 12%. So that goes across all providers. Where a lot of providers like a CallTower, unlike a CallTower, will charge exorbitant amount from like 20 to 30% on top of the taxes. So when you look at their total bill at the end of the month, it's like 40% in fees and taxes. Whereas when you look at CallTower's about 20. Just to give you an idea of what I'm talking about in that perspective. So
wow. And
so when you do that, not only because the MRC will be higher, so as a party you get paid more, but from a customer's benefit, the fees and surcharges are a lot less on the back end, so that they're paying actually less per month than the overall bill of the other provider against the other providers. That's what I'm trying to communicate, right? So it's huge. Many people overlook that. They think it's, or they kind of calculate that. But at the end of the day, that is crucial in our business today. You want to make sure that what the customer is paying at the end of the month and not what's being quoted just for the seat cost without the monthly fees and all that, right? It's added on. So
yeah. So there's a nice price transparency there too, or fee transparency.
Absolutely. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. So let's on to the next question. If we talk about flexibility, which is crucial in today's business environment, can you tell us a little bit more about your approach to customer support? We touched on that on the earlier conversation we had, but do you want to expand that out a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. When it comes to customer support, it's 24/7, 365. And, of course, just like all the providers out there, a call into our NOC takes priority over an email into our NOC, of course. And I think from here, we actually have the main NOC is here in Salt Lake City. Of course, we have a smaller NOC in the Philippines because we're global. So we have to support those international customers within that time zone as well. Hence the smaller NOC on the other side of the world. But also, from a global expansion perspective, we're, heavily into EMEA currently today with rolling out Operator Connect. We also have, 2 data centers in Europe, as well as 3 data centers currently in APAC today. So again, we're currently expanding globally, and we're very excited about that expansion as well. So,
yeah, and the support that you offer because of that would be invaluable too.
Absolutely. Again, it's 24/7, 365, and we've been very fortunate. And I think that our executives have done a very good job in terms of making sure that things run well here at CallTower from an implementation perspective, from a support perspective. So that's really one great ecosystem for our partners and our customers as well.
Yeah, that makes sense. So how's CallTower staying ahead of the emerging trends and technologies within the industry?
Well, the one thing great about CallTower's, we're always on the cutting edge in terms of finding newer solutions that are out there that really fits well with our ecosystem, whether it's Teams or Cisco or Zoom. As an example, we can actually do SMS to Teams as well as WebEx. That's currently not offered today, and we do a really good job with that. of course, we're trying to expand that to international because currently it's only available in the US and Canada, right? So.
Sure. Now that is pretty cool and unique. So as we're talking a little bit about the innovation that you guys are offering, what do you see as the future for telecommunications, and how are you guys at CallTower preparing for it?
And again, I think it comes down to really what our infrastructure looks like today, and I think there's huge value in that with a meta switch core, because really now we basically become the PSTN provider for all these top UC platforms in the marketplace. So we're well positioned on the top tier platforms that are out there, and from a customer standpoint, it will benefit because, as I mentioned earlier, they can actually have basically a transition period in terms of providing SIP trunks into their environment first before they migrate to Teams, or they can actually have basically Teams at one site, Cisco at another site, and Zoom at a third site if they really wanted to. Of course, who wants to manage multiple platforms, but that capability is there.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you for spending some time with me today. It's been a pleasure speaking with you.
Of course, Catherine. Anytime, I'd love to join on any of the calls you may have as well. Just let me know.
That's wonderful. Thanks so much.
Of course. Thank you. Have a great day.
You too.